to be here.
Yeah, glad to have you guys on board up here. We're gonna start hosting a little bit more AMAs with LBP projects, so you guys are kind of one of the first ones to kick it off. So really great to have you guys up here. Just wait for a couple more minutes, and then we'll get started. All right, cool. Yeah, let's kick this off. We can start with some introductions. For everyone that doesn't know, I'm Equinox. I'm the CMO here at Fjord, and today we're going to be doing a an AMA with our awesome friends from Elektrik. If you guys could go ahead and give a brief introduction about yourself, um, you know, uh, what you guys do at Elektrik, that kind of thing, that'd be great.
Yeah, hey guys, head of growth at Electric here with Kurt, and we're super excited to be with you and launching on Monday for our upcoming LBP. Yeah, can't wait to be ready.
That's on the 27th, right?
That is right. Yes.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, just about a week away. Ikigai, you want to give a quick little intro to the folks here? All right. I guess not. Maybe you're having some mic issues, but that's okay. We can keep on trucking along. So I guess first off, I'd love I'd love to hear a little bit more about Electric. If you could, dive into your project, describe it in a bit of detail for everyone, that'd be great.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Kurt is having some issues on the mic side. Maybe we can wait to resolve that. Yeah, meanwhile, I can give you a brief introduction about Electric. We're the premier Dex on Lightlink, the gasless network that just sprung up quite a while ago. And they've had their LBP with you guys, so now we're super excited to do it as well. And yeah, I mean, for us, we've had quite the journey. We've started with just the swapping mechanism that we have right now, the interface, launching the limit orders on testnet, and that happened 2 months ago. And we're gonna launch very very soon our V2, which is the professional trading interface, and with you know traders will be able to do a lot more in a gasless space.
Cool. So you said you guys have right now just like a basic swap feature live, um, and then working on limit orders and more of like a professional trading suite is coming soon.
Yeah, so it's going to come right after the token launch, basically, and we're going to have the voting and locking mechanism done as well. So right now, testing limit orders are on testnet, so everybody can go ahead and test away. In fact, we do have a testing giveaway in the competition going on right now until Friday, and you can do that for our liquidity provision side. You know, play with the pools, add liquidity, create new pools. It's all up to you. And then right after the token is ready, we're going to be launching all other suite of products, including our analytics.
Awesome. Sounds exciting. We got a lot of stuff coming up. So yeah, curious, what made you guys decide to want to launch on Fjord's platform specifically?
Oh, I think Kurt's raising his hand again.
Oh yeah, let's try and get him up here. Hey Kurt, welcome back.
Hey guys, sorry about that. I don't know what was going on. Technical difficulties. How are we?
Doing good. Glad you're up here. I was just asking Alex, and maybe you can chime in too. I was just wondering, what made you guys choose specifically to launch on Fjord's platform over other platforms?
So, really, what it came down to was assessing the various public sale options and trying to determine what was the best or most aligned with, how we wanted to interact with our community. We'd seen, a few other platforms do IDOs, launchpads, and a number of alternatives to the LBP model run by Fjord, and really what drove us towards it was the fact that we were achieving our goal, which was raising funds to build runway, whilst benefiting the community and aligning, I guess, proper demand and supply to influence like a market price for our asset. I'm sure you guys have seen like a lot of the talk around, I mean, even Binance's point around the really high FDV, low float coins, and I guess how that's impacted retail flows and perception of private versus public markets in the space. Um, so it is really important to us, and I think increasingly to the industry, that there's a degree of transparency around getting projects in front of their communities and engage with their communities sooner rather than later, particularly from the perspective of being able to share in the upside. And yeah, as I said, we just saw the LBP as the best way to achieve both of those goals and make it a win-win situation.
Yeah, that's awesome. Sounds like you guys really have done your homework. Yeah, we're stoked to have you guys on our platform. Using our LBP next week. So yeah, wishing nothing but the best for you guys. Moving on, I was curious about why you guys chose to launch on Lightlink Network over all the other networks out there. Was it like more of like a kind of like a first mover advantage type thing? I think you guys are the first DEX that's going to be live on Lightlink, right?
Yeah, that's right. So we have a version of the platform which is live already, just acts as like basic swap function. But the intention of Electric in the first place was to showcase what can be done with a decentralized exchange where gas isn't a consideration for the user. Um, and I think that we've done that in a way with Lightlink that really balances I guess a lot of the reasons why we wanted to have it on a blockchain in the first place. So anything that drives like a use of blockchain in DeFi, but then also increase the usability. So we've seen a lot of alternatives go fully off chain, or some kind of on chain order book L3s. It's done a million different ways. For us, this was the easiest way to showcase a very unique approach to two gas payments for the network, and one that is community centric. So that's why we chose Lightlink in the first place. As you mentioned, the first mover advantage is obviously great to have, and we view our growth as synonymous with the networks. So hopefully, a lot of the way we've built our token and the exchange should be able to influence a decent growth of the network as well, which is exciting.
Yeah, totally. That's super exciting to be, um, you know, working with like a brand new network that has gasless transactions. It's pretty cool. Um, yeah, that's really cool. I'd love to hear a little bit more about your guys' token. I know you guys have ELTK and then VELTK. So could you tell us a little bit about how your tokens function, any utility use cases, and maybe briefly dive into their tokenomics?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So the ELTK token at its core is a utility token, and so there's a lot of value in actually participating in the ecosystem, utilizing the token. We did it on purpose. The founders of this project, as have many people in this industry, have known what it's like to deal with tokens and projects that really struggle to find like a reason to have a token. Like we've seen massive booms, a few times now where people just slap a blockchain label or a token label on something to participate in sort of the hype cycle. So we wanted to make sure that it made sense to our users why they would want to hold the token and be very clear around what that gets them. So what we did was take inspiration from some of the existing vote escrow tokenomics models. So obviously popularized by Curve, and we've seen a lot of others pick it up and mold in different ways. Velodrome is something which is very like similar to what we've done, and obviously now the Aerodrome on base. Essentially, at its core, the ELTK token is a way to incentivize liquidity providers on the exchange to provide depth on certain pairs. By locking up the token for VE-ELTK, you can pick a certain amount of time you would like to put the ELTK into escrow, and that new token, VE-ELTK, gets you access to direct emissions to any pool over a given period. In our case, one epoch is 1 week. And then in our tokenomics, there's a massive pool of ELTK tokens, which are then distributed to LPs using a formula which essentially is built to incentivize LP up to a certain level. The beauty of that is that I guess the flow-on effects of that are that it's able to boost liquidity, increase tradability, so it increases volume, increases fees, and the beauty of VE-LTK is that it actually receives all of the protocol fee, which is generated on swaps. So that's 10 basis points on every dollar of volume that goes through the exchange is redistributed into VE-LTK holders. So what it does is create this flywheel where essentially holders and liquidity providers are benefiting each other, and over time, the influence of certain pools or partners in the network are able to participate and try and increase yields on their assets.
Cool. Yeah, it sounds like you guys have thought that through pretty deeply. Is there any way that people can like get involved with like getting your token? Like I saw you guys have an airdrop, sort of like an airdrop campaign going on right now. Could you tell us a little bit about that and how people might be able to get involved?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're running an airdrop, the first phase of 4 in total, which has run since the launch of the exchange until a date in the next couple of weeks, which we're yet to release publicly. Essentially, all we're trying to do is incentivize participation on the exchange. Primarily for us, it helps just to be aware of bugs and making the platform better for users. But for users, it's an opportunity to muck around with the platform, see how you like it, swap assets which are only on the Lightlink network, and really just muck around with our features. The benefit of that is that essentially every function that can be done on Elektrik contributes or accrues points towards an airdrop share. and then that airdrop will be claimable. Yeah, as I said, in early June.
Nice. So is that like distributed amongst like the total participants that participate on the network? I mean, on the decks.
Yeah, that's right. So certain functions, swapping, liquidity provision. There's also bonuses for holding the largest position in any pool or trading the most volume in a day. It is quite in depth. One important thing to note as well. So this first phase is completely blind to users. So they aren't aware of the exact points accruing to each component. Um, in phases two and onwards, it'll be directly visible on the front end. So users will, understand where where we want them looking, and where they can get the most rewards as well.
Nice. That's pretty cool though. I mean, it seems pretty straightforward, and it's a nice win-win situation for you guys. You guys get data and people testing out your new app, and then people participating, get rewarded for it. So pretty cool that you guys have that set up. Do you guys want to maybe dive in a little bit to your roadmap, like what you guys have in store for the future? Any like alpha you guys want to drop?
Yeah, for sure. I can definitely get into the roadmap. So, as I believe Alex was saying at the start of the call, the next month really is quite jam packed with feature releases and airdrops, token release, and a few additional partnerships which are yet to come out. Beyond that, really the focus is on shipping our advanced trading and advanced analytics interfaces. Both of those sort of mark the final leg in what we were deeming the version 2 of the product. Following that, we're really focusing on pushing our intense infrastructure. So, as I mentioned, we'll bake in point systems. We'll start the launch of the second airdrop phase, and then just build in based on community feedback. Any sort of features that they want, whether it's dollar cost averaging or yeah, really, the sky's the limit, and that is essentially when we'd consider going more decentralized, giving vote escrow electric holders the ability to vote on things beyond emissions.
Cool. Yeah, it sounds like you guys have a nice solid plan for the foreseeable future, and a lot of good deliverables, and solid tech that you guys are building. I guess we can. I know there's not too many people here right now, but we can kind of wrap it up with like an AMA session. There were quite a bit more people here earlier, so I was hoping they would stay till the end. But if anyone in the audience does want to ask any questions to the Elektrik folks here, yeah, please raise your hand, or we can bring you up on stage. And if you would rather just type it out, we got the AMA questions chat above. But yeah, don't be shy if you want to ask something. This is also being recorded, so you guys can have it as a resource for later, and use that how you might want. So yeah, if anyone wants to come up and ask any questions, please do. Cool. Well, doesn't look like we have any questions, but I think you guys covered your project in pretty good depth here. So yeah, really appreciated having you guys on here, and I know we have another Twitter Spaces planned for once you guys' LBP goes live. So I think we'll be able to capture a little bit more of an audience, on like a different audience on Twitter as well. So yeah, thanks for your time. Thanks for telling us about your project. Looking forward to you guys' LBP launch next week.
Thank you very much. Yeah, looking forward to it as well.
Awesome.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah. All right, we'll wrap this up.